Hello everyone, today I'm going to share with you how to safely remove soft gel tips extensions. With an e-file, I usually recommend to start with a coarse bit. Okay, with a gel, I think coarse is great, but if you want to work even faster, then you can use extra coarse. But try to use coarse because medium, I feel like it will take some. If a new medium carbide bit will be okay too. But I usually for removal, I use a coarse. All right. Once I have the bit on the handpiece, I will turn the e-file on about 20,000 RPM. But if you are beginners, I recommend start at least from 15 to 18 minimum because you need that speed and that torque to really shave down the product. So the safest way to use a carbide bit with an e-file is to remove it from side to side to side. So now you just keep going side to side and you keep moving until you go to the other side. So let me start again, side to side, side. Okay, let me stop for 1 second. Let me show you how I move my bit. Okay, so when I move the bit, I usually start from this side all the way to this side, right? And with my bit, I move from one side the angle and slowly towards this side. That way I'm using the entire bit. I'm not just using the top portion of the bit. That way the bit wear and tear evenly throughout the carbide bit. All right, so when I move, I put the tip of the carbide bit meets here. And as I'm moving along the middle, my middle bit will meet in the middle. Once I get to the other side, I usually angle it so I can remove it from here. This way, like I said, I'm taking advantage of the sharpness of the entire bit. And going up and down like this, kind of move towards you, it's more safe because if you go back and forth like this, a lot of time if your speed is uneven, with your hand speed and your machine speed, then you get how your bit will spin. They call spin around the world because there's a speed, your hand speed and your machine speed are not compatible. It looks like I'm going up and down, but actually I'm just bring the bit up and pull it down towards me as I'm moving. This way you keep moving a little bit at a time and you're not working on one area, so you don't have the heat spike that you normally feel if you stay in one spot. All right, and in order for you to shave down the product quicker, like I said, your speed is very important as well. If you could stay at least 18,000 RPM, but if you, of course, you're more experienced and you go higher, when you're doing this, your product shave down much quicker. So let me show you one more time. Now, as I get to the cuticle area, I start with one side and just go, and you look at the side. I keep my bit parallel to my surface of the nail and just contour around it. Let me go one more time. Start from one side and then go slowly. Keep the bit flat and parallel until I go to the other side and angle it a little bit and keep moving. Okay. So now you can see I have taken a lot down very quickly with a carbide bit. Okay. You can go ahead, take a file and just shape that length down a little bit more. Like I said earlier, if you feel like you want to take it down more, I'd rather file it down than cut it too short. There's a lot of chance you hurt yourself if you cut into that extra skin. Now that I shaped the free edge, you can see I have a little bit more thickness. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my e-file take it down slightly more. I would say after you have taken about 90% off and you look at the nails, I would stop right there, and I probably just, if there's no lifting, I probably just clean the surface, make it nice, buff and even, and leave it as that. Because with the natural nails, when you don't have any product on and your client will lightly wash their hand or do activities, the nails will be flexible with moisture and very fragile. So by leaving a little bit on, that way it has a little protection. All you have to do is give your client a little buffer like this and ask them to buff a few times a week, just lightly, until it wean off completely. Then it's nice and back to natural shape. At least she has that a week or two to have something on very thin to protect her natural nail plate. After this, I'm gonna switch off to my sanding band. And I'm gonna use my Loso mandrel and a medium sanding band. So now I'm gonna turn my E-file on about 5,000 RPM. Then I'm gonna prep this finger. I'm almost using the same technique earlier and do the same thing to prep this nail. For the side, I'm just gonna turn and slowly work in one direction and just slowly going tighter to the cuticle area but contour at the same time. With the side view, you can see I keep my bit pretty much parallel to the nail and keep going towards the other side and clean the edges on the other side as well. I just kind of just work on until my surface of the nail kind of nice and even. See, by using the medium sanding band, you prep the nails, okay? You prep the cuticle and the surface of the nail is nice and even. And you can see I still have some product on. Like I said, if it's not lifting, I would not want to take everything off. Now if I want to, I just want to file, maybe use this one, the buffer, just so that it's nice and smooth. Gonna spray with alcohol so you can see how nice and clean that is. So that is how I safely remove any gel enhancement that I have on my nails. And if you want, you can just hydrate the nail with cuticle oil and rub it a little bit more around the cuticle area and the skin. So the skin can have a little bit more moisture, and you could tell it looks a lot healthy and better this way.